Also, this is. Okay, hang on. Apologies if I might sound a little raspy or something. I stayed up till like 5 a.m. for no reason, so don't worry about it. Oh. Wow, we got cooked. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that guy just dives. Okay, you are almost out of ink. Hang on. There we go. Shoot. Got him. I'm trying to just get another cycle to yet another bubble. It might be over for me. Oh, they got me. That was a good shot. By the way, Wings, I'm gonna be coaching in like 5 minutes. Amber said she needed some time. Alright. Oh no, Amber's pronouns are they then. I am so sorry. Okay. They needed some time. Oh, come on, please. Thank you. I don't know where the Luna is. Oh, behind us. Okay. Yeah. Come on. Alright. So it gets to 25. And my QR proc. That's crazy. Bubble cycling is genuinely so unbelievably busted. Nice. Normally, normally I try wearing way more QR than this, but like it's genuinely enough. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I just woke up. Anyway, here are the replay code.
You're good. I actually stayed up till like 5 a.m. today, so I'm almost in the same boat.
Oh my god.
How have you guys been doing?
Ooh. Ooh. We went this set that I just handed over. We did like what was it? We 5-2'd them. Yippee.
You nice. Wait, did you guys make playoffs off of that?
Yeah, I think so. We still have one more reschedule to do, but I think we're pretty much set right now.
Where, oh
Woohoo.
yeah, you guys are basically set. Okay, just I think you should still win. Yeah, definitely win the next one, but I think you guys are good.
Now we got it.
Let me. I'm trying to find your reschedule on the Ludi thing. Oh, it's against Sekingza. Okay, no, actually, you guys are. Are you guys fine? Did Twister time? No, you beat Twister. Okay, no, you're fine. You should be fine. You should be fine.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let me get those numbers in or codes in.
Oof. What were you doing up at 5?
I last night I made the bad decision to make a general Splatoon skill chart, like a graph representing
Yo?
the general skill of the Splatoon community, and that got me thinking for like several hours, and then I just couldn't sleep.
Oh, wait, I think I saw that. The one with like the lines, the colored
Yes,
lines, right?
the color lines, yes.
Yeah, I remember looking at that before I went to sleep and I was like, whoa. And then I went to sleep.
Both Akira and Ziff. I talked to Akira and Ziff about it. They said the chart should actually be steeper. When I talked to Tormi about it, it was that the chart should be a bit narrower or
Oh.
not steeper. So it's interesting. RCWS S8YK. yeah, I'm never doing that again. I have to do that earlier in the day, or else my brain's just not gonna want to go to sleep. Like I want to talk about whenever I talk while making these codes, I mess up somewhere.
Oh no, you're all good.
Hang on. Oh wait, what? R1A7. Oh. Okay, I entered the wrong code twice. What is going on?
There is a possibility that they might be wrong. I think April
I
copied
think
these by hand.
okay, Scorch Rainmaker is
Wait, let me.
probably wrong then. I did copy it exactly. Oh wait, no, wait,
Oh, oh, oh,
wait.
oh,
Don't worry about it.
oh,
Wait.
oh.
I'm just stupid. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, let's. Should I even download 4? Okay, we'll see if we get through these 3, then I'll download the other ones.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
this set went by a lot better. So hopefully there aren't as many things
yeah.
to, yeah. Hopefully it shouldn't take 3 days this time.
Mhm. Yeah, you guys did punish the decaf pretty well for overextending. There's that.
Oh, oh wait, could you put the screen up?
Oh wait, I'm stupid. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Okay, my bad, my bad. Start virtual camera, share screen. There we go. Can you see it all right?
yes,
Okay.
maybe.
Wow, I completely forgot. So on the opening, I was saying like I think this decaf immediately made the mistake of overextending. This was absolutely unnecessary on your end, and it was a little slow to punish, but you guys fought it together, so that's good. Um, I honestly think the only reason Eon was able to get the pick they did was because you guys were a little slow, but it was the right play, just the execution needed to be faster.
Oh.
Is there any other reason Eon was able to get that though? I don't think there was. Yeah, no, not really. Eon moved into position in the time it took y'all to kill them. It was absolutely the right idea though. Like that was a good. How did you? Who killed the forge? Good picks all around. Holy crap. I'm kind of curious. I want to know if they played off of your chip somehow to kill the Forge. Whales. Yeah, a lot of chip. Okay. Yeah, you guys just kind of threw everything at zone, including your bottles and everything else. It was really good. You played with your chip. I really like these chumps. I think that slowed them down while they jetted. Wait, I'm trying to see if I'm okay. That was a stupendous pick by Apricot. And then that was another great pick. Okay. Very nice shredding of bubble. You guys. Your sword pushes up with your zip. Oh my god. Like the thing is, you don't see me a little more excited because I'm actually really trying to find more wrong things. You guys are playing great. Like
Yay.
I'm concentrating on trying to find anything that's wrong. And like even though I could like get into more details if it comes down to like everything we were talking about last time that I wanted y'all to improve on, it doesn't like it feels like we're actually, doing really well on that. Really good shark by Apricot. Like even there, hang on. Let me see if what I think happened. Because Apricot gets this hammer and the decaf's still up. Eon is still pushing up, but the rest of you guys are essentially fighting a 3v1 while Apricot keeps the rest of the two back, so it's just numbers. Maybe the death was a little more preventable, but again, the right idea was there from the beginning. You guys don't, what is it? You guys are not taking too many risks while you're back, so that's really good. Like, your disadvantage has been almost non-existent this game. Maybe, okay. Maybe a little questionable by Apricot, but, let me see. I think Apricot had the right idea by sharking there and trying to get a pick. It might have just been a mech flub. Okay. I think it was good for Apricot to jump back the moment they, what is it? They shredded that crab. Because I guess if you remember from last time how I talked about like you kind of already do your job when you force them to waste a resource or kill one of their resources, and then you can just have a more advantageous fight in the future. It's kind of like already doing your job and remembering to leave afterwards. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Actually, okay, wait. I don't think Sakura's play was bad. Yeah, because you guys essentially had a 3v1 on that decaf already. I think it was just another thing where we might have taken a little too long to clean up a fight that was like heavily in our advantage. Yeah, because I think Apricot's positioning in terms of like where they could have gone to deal with the decaf could have been a little better because this that fight over there was like really heavily in our advantage. And I think your response might have been a little bit slow too. No, it was fine. It was fine. You were just a little bit out of position. Okay. Did you hear the callouts on that triamber?
I think I might have in that moment because we were both me and whoever was next to me was getting shot at by crab, and like the
Oh, so
closest
you
place
were
to get away was the right side, so I had to jump.
okay. Because my thing is, I think I'm assuming you would not have popped those chumps if you knew the try was there.
Mm.
I definitely don't think you would have done that. So,
Yeah, because I saw the right side was all like, oh, it's like mostly green, right?
okay, did they call out that because the moment Apricot died to this try, that try was an instant extreme danger.
Yeah, I
So
think it was like a combination of getting pushed by the try and the crab at the same time.
yeah, because it makes sense that the crab would drag your attention, but like you could always back away from that crab since it was in mid. That try was a more immediate threat.
Mhm.
Um, so again, did Apricot call out that they died to that try?
Our our set was like last Saturday.
It was last Saturday. Okay. Man, if you guys have like any what is it VODs with VC I could look at some point.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
All right. Yeah, that'll probably be for next time because again, that was last Saturday.
Mhm.
I think you guys cleaned this up really well. Yeah. I I might want to say something about it, but at the same time, I don't think it's necessary since it'll just deal with smaller stuff that's like not too much to do with what I was emphasizing last time. Okay, let me go back a little further. We fight this try together. we clean up this decaf, which that could have gotten ugly real quick, but it wasn't a great jump by the decaf. Yeah, no, it's fine. Let's see what happens after. Yeah, okay. If there was a call out to that decaf, I I don't think I even saw a response to it. So that's just another call out thing. Yes, I think Silver might have been calling this out. I see the ouch commands there. Yeah, next time we see replays, yeah, I'm just gonna like have to see those comms because I can't know what to say on, if I didn't know how the decaf was called out in that moment.
Wait, so how would you review with the comms
I
though?
would
Because
review
that's like
I would review with the comms by what is it? I guess in this situation, like say I was watching someone's POV and seeing comms, if I saw someone go down on that side and I don't see a call out that they actually, you know, died to that flank, or if they did call it out and I see a lack of response from us, that kind of tells me what in terms of comms we need to work on. Like
oh,
a response time to comms, or the fact that we tunnel vision and don't respond to comms quickly enough, or the fact that they're not calming in general. Like it'll give me a good idea of like what the weakness in terms of comms might be.
mhm.
Because like whenever I play a game and I see someone go down on on a flank, like if I see that and I see that it's not calm, it's like a worrying sign to me. I see doesn't really do that anymore, like because sometimes we'll be doing other things, but if they calm that someone's on flank and they just went down, like you will actually see our team actively turn around to deal with it if it's a pressing enough threat that we need to trade out. Like it's super important to listen to these kinds of things in general.
I just watched it back. He did call it out.
You did call it out. Okay, then we had to respond to it. Yeah, no, yeah, no. You were still looking forward after that. Okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't aware of like how right flank, because he was like decaf kill me right flank.
If it's right flank, that then you can definitely assume that's around like you know right behind that glass,
Yeah.
generally there. So
Mhm.
that was the right call. Like right flank, especially saying something like flank means that they're already on a path to like go on the y'all side of mid.
Ah, okay, okay.
Like you see someone calling out that there's someone on flank, that probably means they're already going on a path to where they're gonna get to your side of mid, or even further than that. And that and you can kind of determine the rest by either opening your map or just looking. But saying right flank kind of gives you the information that they are going somewhere on y'all side of mid. And since he said right flank, you knew where,
Hmm.
like the general area of where. So I think that response actually needed to be stronger from everyone too. So Apricot was in because of that flank. Apricot was suddenly in a situation where they were gonna get no support there, and didn't really need to stay there. It was a very weak response to that call, or either just not hearing that call at all. And I don't think Sakura even notices in the slightest either, or doesn't seem to make any sort of response to it. Sakura even tries to skirmish after Apricot. Yeah, no. You got I think you maybe a call not to stagger after this because you did jump out. I think the moment you jumped out too, making a call like to back up or jump out would have been good in some manner, because this was an extremely lost situation once the decav got all the way back there, and especially after Apricot dies here. Do they just gave you guys elbow for free? What? I'm thinking Sakura did that.
Yeah, I think in that moment, I can go confirm if you want, but I think in that moment, Sakura was like, "I'm gonna wail to get their attention" or something along those lines.
No,
So
that
they're me.
yeah, that's just great. You guys had to do nothing to get back elbow. That's great. You guys can probably win this fight because the try is out of position. Hang on. Wild fight. Like I can say I can say maybe a little more, but I think you guys were an advantage once they managed to back off of because even though the try did kill y'all and they had numbers for a moment, that try was super out of position after that kill, and you guys were still able to fight long enough to get to plat while everyone was fighting elsewhere. You guys weren't really doing any, like, what is it? Very bad alone deaths, to put it that way. So that was a fantastic play by Sakura. That was great. Sakura drags the attention of two again? Hell, what the heck? That was almost entirely, what is it? That was almost entirely textbook from what I was saying earlier, to where your sword and decav, sorry, both swords are fighting there while Sakura distracted. That was very textbook right there. You get that pick on the try, good. You guys very likely, yeah, win this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's good. Really good. The only super major mistake compared to the last time was like that call out on the decav, but that's it. The rest of that game was great.
Okay, give me like 30 seconds. There's beeping going on, and I'm concerned.
Oh, okay.
Beeping has been solved.
Alright. Don't ask about my quick respawn junior gear.
Oh no, it's fine. Yesterday I somehow ended up in a scrim with uh Impulse, if you know them.
Impulse, alright.
Yeah, and since like soccer was busy, so we had our friend sub in, but they're a pen player, so I ended up playing junior for the first time in 3 years,
What?
and that was unpleasant because I haven't touched that thing in so long.
Wait, like their plan player played junior for the first time in 3 years?
No, I played junior for the first time in 3 years. I used to be a junior main.
Oh, wow.
It didn't go very well, but it was fun.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely give some advice on that. If you ever want. I slightly love Junior. What is even happening in this mid fight? You guys kind of play your range really well there. You know, like Apricot kind of backed away from that Wiper when it wasn't an advantageous fight, and then Sakura came and finished it off. Silver killed their Jet, and then that. Okay, yeah, no, that was a great mid fight. Like Apricot not really taking on that Wiper 2 alone and kind of backing off, and then Sakura coming in after Apricot backed off. That was great. Good! Did we feed the crab?
Sniff.
A call to stall at the special. A special. There's like I think there's gonna be so many times like this where someone is going to use a special and you kind of have to stall it out in some manner. Just in the future in general, making the call to stall out the special and actually doing it is gonna be something you're gonna use a lot in the future. Like when I say stall out special, I mean kind of wait for the special to finish and then push in afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way you can think about it, like they're kind of using a resource to do something already, so just letting them waste that resource on nothing while you guys still have an advantage in terms of numbers or maybe even your own specials. You're gonna use that call a lot in the future for that purpose. Okay, Silver jumps out, that's good. Wow, you guys have not been staggering at all. Wait, because I think I saw you guys playing a scrim earlier, and you guys were trying to make those calls not to stagger. Have you guys like been actively practicing them? Like the
I think
callouts
so.
not to stagger? I don't know. I'm just kind of sorry. I'm just kind of curious, like how much you guys have been practicing, because it really feels like you guys are not giving them what is it? A lot of momentum or advantage by just not dying. Like I see you guys actively, backing up or stalling out fights so much more often instead of engaging. That's Eon behind us. I know for a fact none of us were really seeing it because on this map you generally like want to watch left drop in general in some manner. But I kind of feel like that's like an obvious fact. I think you guys are just a little too tunnel vision on plat.
Mm-hmm.
This might be tricky because I don't know how hard it was to tell that this situation was one where Apricot should have jumped out. Okay. I can say the situation kind of got extremely dangerous for Apricot. The moment she sees this, like those sloshes on the right side, that's when the situation got really dangerous for her, since it kind of meant like backing up on the plat was barely an option anymore if that try remained under
Mm.
there and just chipped. So it's kind of a moment where you can kind of tell how bad a situation is for you, and like kind of just taking the precautions you need so that you can live. Oh wait, what did Silver die to? Ah, too much chip. Okay, yeah. I wonder
I
if
think it was a fizzy.
it was the fizzy, yeah. Like I don't know how reactable that was. Might have been a little bit tunnel visioned while that was going on.
Hmm.
It felt like a fairly delayed reaction. Go to pick on the BP. Apricot didn't seem to take any like super dangerous engagements there during all of that. Like we see Apricot fighting, but like Apricot was clearly like disengaging at times and repositioning, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I think that's actually pretty okay because I think I noticed that Apricot tried the backup there. Because I would have said, oh, you guys needed to play more safely after Silver died, but you guys were trying to play more safely. Yeah. If anything, I'd say I want to see Silver Zip more in detail. There we go. Were you already chipped before you took that zip? The the benefit of zip coming from its off angles is not utilized here. Like one of the main strengths of the special is straight up not utilized. Because if you even maybe zipped a little bit further to the left and jumped over the wall to slash at them or even threaten something, that would have been good because one, you were already chipped, and the other side of it, you were not taking advantage of off angles at all here. One of the main strengths of that special was not used there.
Mhm.
Oh, whoops. Sakura's pick there wasn't bad. It's just trading while you're already in disadvantage. It can be dangerous.
Mm.
Like, the fight itself wasn't bad. It was just... I'm not sure about the timing of it. I think I was a little bit of a tunnel vision from Apricot watching the BP, not noticing everyone on left. Actually, let me check if it was in case I'm just dead wrong. I don't... It definitely looked like a tunnel vision. Or was this a position where it was difficult to do anything to begin with? Okay, if the BP knows you... Okay, you probably should have tried to jump out the moment that torpedo caught you. I backed up before I could see it, but... Okay, that BP saw you were there. If that BP knew you were there, I think it's best to assume that one, that BP called you out, and that everyone else knows you're there. Because like you can even kind of say you were doing your job of slowing them down by just making them wary of you here. But like staying on for this long didn't really make sense if you were trying to get a pick or something. Or trying to fight them in any way. Because they already knew you were there and were already going to be able to deal with you. So it's just like kind of recognizing when a situation is lost in that sense and trying to play for something else, like stalling for time so that your teammates can hold mid and then jumping out. Wait, why? How does everyone on their team die? Wait, was Sakura just sharking there? If so, that was a fantastic shark. Yeah, no, that fantastic shark. Silver was fighting on the left side, and they tried to. Yeah, no, fantastic, fantastic, stupendous, magnanimous. That just gives y'all mid. I would say that was bad by Apricot, but Apricot like actually backed up, so I think it was fine if Apricot knew they were gonna live that. Ah, rip. Sorry, Sakura's a god. That crap should get shredded, yeah. Completely and utterly wasted special. Good pick. Yeah, that's good team fight. Great team fight. I've been working on it personally, putting on a mindset of don't take every fight you see. Yeah, Apricot, I can say the difference between this and last time is actually night and day. You've been practicing that amazingly. Like it's not even that you've been backing off too much. You've actually been understanding how to stall out fights instead of like 100% taking them and then jumping out afterwards sometimes too. The adaptation is amazing. So yeah, no, you've been doing really great this game. This set. Like I could, like maybe someday I could go into like a lot of detail about exactly how to stall out engagements and stuff. But the thing is, I think you actually already know how to do that. It's just you just had to make the switch because you already know how to stall out fights. So you just kind of had to make the switch from like kind of doing things with murderous intent versus understanding how to stall out fights and everything. Yeah, it's mostly being in the mentality to do it. Like you already knew how to do it. You just had to like kind of switch there. Leaving the wiper alone and fighting with your teammates.
You cut out a lot there. What?
I was saying. Sorry, I love this. Apricot leaving the wiper down there to help everyone else on left. Because that wiper is like stupidly out of position. I think like maybe Apricot could have been like a little more aggressive here, but that idea was great. Look, the wiper's still just down. Apricot, that was actually fantastic. I love seeing stuff like that. Holy pick! Wait, how did the B? I thought Apricot just directed that BB. Wait, how did you snipe them?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Hang on. I was about to say if Apricot got that direct from down there, that's insane. Okay, great shot. Great
Okay.
shot. Great
Yeah,
shot.
I did that.
Good. Jesus, dude. But it did get me on the bats, yeah. Something I was gonna touch on a little. You being on bats kind of slowed them down and gave you guys first check a lot easier. The reason I said Jesus earlier was because I think this team fight was close to perfect. All of your, what is it? Cause Silver distracted on left side and your brush directly fought with your wiper. That was a close to perfect team fight. So does Eon just ignore the brush that's right next to them? No, Eon was up there. Okay, that makes sense. Because if Eon was down there, then I think Eon just spared Sakura. But in that case, Sakura was playing just fine here. This was great. All right, we don't stagger here. I think we backed off initially just fine. We're always trying to get someone on the bats before tower gets to check one. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Okay. Jump out right there.
Ah.
You know it's because of the audio cue, right?
Yeah, I noticed it like
um,
before I paused, but
jump out basically right there. You've already lost it when
mhm.
they did that. They used an entire resource to get left stack. Jump out right here. Tell everyone else to back off.
I need to wire game audio into my headphones.
Yeah, that's important.
I haven't done that or I haven't figured out how to do that, so I've just like been playing with one of my one of my headphones slightly off of my ear so I can hear my monitor.
Oh my god. Wait, wait? Can you not just play audio? Because right now, what I do is I play audio through OBS, and I just what is it? Hop on a video call out. Okay, yeah. Apricot said it.
Oh, okay,
She can
thank
help you
you.
set it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I play tabletop for like many years, so
Got it. Okay.
doing audio stuff is new.
You okay? I think straight up they overextended it beyond too much, and you guys just cleaned them up and punished that. This is a wiper pushing completely alone in the bats, and then the tri-slosher forming an orderly queue to get their ass handed to them. That was a good punish. You should pick that try. Good. Uh, what does Sakura's POV look like here? Because what I'm thinking, is it really necessary to run at a jet like this? You already did your job. Because I think I can almost see the idea. What is it? Oh wait, I got the name mixed up. What is it? Sakura had here. Right here, you already did your job. Like if you just stayed behind this corner, you essentially already did your job perfectly. Like by dragging the Jet's attention onto you. Because it's really best to assume they saw you there. And if they saw you there, you were basically guaranteed not to be able to do anything. And then everyone else dies. Okay. But that's behind the wall here. It definitely could have jumped out earlier. They knew you were there. Like a little bit of a theme I'm seeing. Like notice under something that's really helpful is under trying to look at things from an enemy POV when you view replays sometimes, since understanding when they can see you and getting into their mindset of what they do if they see you helps a lot to understand what to do in more situations. Crab just turns their back to that was very great play by them. That works out. Okay. Really great pick. I think everyone on green just like let their guy die there. And you guys just fought them together. Oh no, Sakura was distracting. Never mind. And then you guys just finished off that fight together. Absolutely magnanimous. They didn't make a mistake. Y'all just played well. Difficult for, because I think you already did your job by kind of forcing them off of the wall there. I'm talking to like Sofer in this moment because like you already got them out of there. I think it's important to be aware that you really are completely alone if you try and do this on an open sight lane against these two. Like maybe I can understand this with whales, but even then, this like this was a fight where you didn't really have many advantages. They already saw you. There were two of them, and I'm pretty sure you were already a little damaged even before taking that fight. Because I think the reason this mistake might have even been made is because you guys want to go to bats before first check, which again, I think that's a good mentality to have. You could have gone about this better. Like because the thing is, no one was up here yet, so this was a really hard fight to take to begin with. Apricot's death on the other side was actually sort of the same thing. It was a fight with not many advantages at all. Yeah, like maybe you had a whale, but I'm pretty sure they already saw you there. Oh wait, B. Or did you know they were up there? Okay, that... You know what? No, the whales are tracking them. Okay. Okay, I'm actually not gonna touch on that too much. I feel like that's a lot more like micro stuff of understanding what they're doing in that moment. It kind of feels like a lot more of an honest mistake in a way, because I don't think I think it was significantly harder to tell that wasn't in your advantage. Very significantly harder to tell. Actually, pretty sure green cleans up really good there. Feeding a disadvantage. Really good to pick on the try. Okay, we take that fight together and then we push after this. Good. Good. You clean up after that, and then you guys... Yeah, okay. Really good fights. You climbing up the wall here was the main mistake. I think you guys cleaned up on
Mm.
bats excellently, but like what is it, when you were riding in tower and mid, I think you definitely saw that a few people were down there. Like, yeah, no, no, you see the swiper over here, and even as you guys are
Hmm.
pushing in bats, like you get that crab and everything, but when you know someone is down there, you just I think it was more important to keep that like as a higher priority in your mind before doing that. You guys already got that crab and everything. How do I put it? Um, like kind of one of those moments where you have to acknowledge that you can't do much about it while those two are down there, so you have to reposition somewhere else that's better. Even though you want to push objective a little further here, it's just a moment where you're going to die if you know they're down there and you try to push tower. You guys get that wiper, yeah. We killed that try, good. Rip.
Oh,
What happened?
oh no.
Alright, I'll do one more.
Okay. This was probably our worst game of the set. Disaster Rainmaker game. Yeah, it's markedly worse.
That opening play actually wasn't bad. Apricot kept them back and you guys just took mid for free. It's not markedly worse right now. This is a fantastic mid fight. I say something and something immediately goes wrong. Hang on. Why do we wait? Surely both of y'all. If you wanted to go for this trade, I think you should have just charge slashed in general. It was already very risky after whiffing the first one. In Silver's case, you weren't gonna be in a position to get that. Um, I will say I think I can understand because like there was earlier I was playing a lot of Splatana Stamper and I was able to like consistently trade out hammers like this. But I think what got this to be really dangerous was the fact that like you already weren't really able to get any damage on that hammer to begin with, and the other side of it is like your teammate was already like kind of dead here. And then you go for another charge slash after that. You could have been in a position to jump out afterwards. That was a good fight. Good. You could have hammered here. Like even right here, if you just swam up quickly and try to the hammer somewhere at that BP or go around that pillar. I'm actually trying to understand the reason why we shark for this long. Okay, I guess you were waiting for someone to turn around the corner. Okay, let's see how the rest of this plays out. You When you're already that chipped, you don't really back up behind cover a crab can shoot over like that. Like preferably you even try to drop or just swim all the way back from this.
Oh.
Because like completely ignoring that fizzy, the crab could have shot you from there. Completely ignoring that fizzy. Sakura should have gotten punished like way earlier. Like I'm actually not gonna call that a good play despite Sakura getting the what is it, the tri-slosher? Because Eon somehow not noticing what's right there is kind of insane. Like Sakura really should have jumped out way earlier there. Did you see that tri-slosher? Hang on. didn't. Okay. Because what makes me curious about this is that this is the second time the try has picked you off at like almost this exact same spot. So it's kind of like asking where the try is at that point after that first death. Sorry, I'm trying to think about. Because I can't say I see the reason for. Okay, so something to understand about throwing a bomb is that it announces your location. If your goal was to pick off this try, then this completely announced your intent before, you know, maybe you even dropping and slashing at them would have. That's part one. Part two is I don't think you assessed the situation before doing this. Like, because as you were jumping in, you saw the wiper right side and the try down there. This kind of seemed like you just went for the attack. Which I know you were working on not doing. This kind of just felt like you going in for an attack without thinking. I'm not gonna lie, that actually should have been a good pick. I will say, Sakura, you were like just too slow. I think you actually could have gotten that if you rolled like more directly ahead. Yeah, because you kind of going weirdly diagonal there. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry, I'm a little fixated on this because the thing is, I don't think the idea was bad here. I think it was just the execution that was bad. Okay, so what it kind of looks like is that you weren't originally going to go for this drop and then you saw the good opportunity and dropped. It was just that you were slightly too slow to make that decision. If you just kind of full committed to going down there, that would have been okay. But the thing is, that actually wasn't a good decision to full commit going down there to begin with. Because the opportunity presented itself to you, but you were already like about to not commit to making that kind of a decision because it wasn't a good decision. But then you saw an opportunity, and it would have been a good decision if you committed to that to begin with. I have no idea how much sense that makes. Like, do you see what I mean?
So I guess it's kind of like making decisions and committing to them. Like,
A little. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? There's no way Sakura could have known that this was actually a good play until they saw the pro right down there.
Mhm.
Sakura did not know this was a good play until like right there. If Sakura saw an opportunity to do this, they probably would have gone way further ahead, but the thing is they only barely saw this in time. And then went for the opportunity because they saw it, but again, it was just a little too slow. It only would have worked if Sakura full committed to going down there, but that would have been a bad idea to begin with. So it's like, I, it's like, yeah, you know what? It is full committing to a play because Sakura had the right idea by not really wanting to dive down here to begin with, and should have kind of committed to that. It's so, honestly, this is a difficult thing to notice, but like understanding that even though it would have been a good opportunity if you went further forward, I think you should have stuck to the original plan and just not dropped. It was um understanding how to view your peripheries like that is a good habit to pick up because I think you didn't notice it and that's why you didn't call it out. But on your vision and like the far right of your screen, like seeing orange ink flung like that should like trigger your alarm bells. And I think if you called it out like just a little bit sooner, Silver could have reacted to it. Honestly, a super small adjustment.
Mm.
I don't think we stalled out the crab. Like right there. Right there, you probably jump out or immediately try to retreat. I think a good call out to make also is asking what the Tri-Slosher is more often. But for on Sakura's case, like jumping out the moment that crab was popped would have been a good habit to pick up. I don't. How does Silver die there? Were we just tunnel visioned on the left? Did Apricot see that crab? Wait, there we go. Oh wait, or the BP I mean. Okay, so Apricot saw the BP climbing up there, saw the
I
BP
think
doing
so. I think she tried to hammer it. Either that or the crab.
Okay, 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 okay. You were trying to hammer. Okay. One right there, you did see the BP jump. Or at least wasn't aware I was in zapping range. There, you had two opportunities to see that BP. One was the first time when you saw the BP jumping up onto that block from mid. The other time was right here. Right here, I think you had to make that call that there was a BP on the grates. Because if you knew the BP was on grates, then this makes no sense. There was part one, you saw the BB up there, right here. Like, I guess I don't really know what you were looking at or something, because the BB was even shooting at you at this moment.
I just went and I just went back to the VOD. So yeah, we didn't call out the BP fast enough. I think Silver called it out as he was dying,
Okay, okay,
but he didn't see it before he got up there.
okay. Cause Snipe became 10 times more dangerous for us the moment the BP got up here and you saw the BP right there. Like, that's right when we should have called it out. Because I think if both Silver and you were more aware of it, then you wouldn't have made this decision, which just doesn't make sense if you knew the BP was up there. Like, at least climbing up here. Probably didn't see the BP. If that's the case, then I want to know what else you might have been tunnel vision on, because the BP was there in grades and shooting at you at that time. Yeah, I guess it is difficult to remember since it's been a few days, but I actually have no idea how any of us didn't call out that BP, or especially you. My guess is watching that pro special gauge. Okay, if we're guessing, then I don't think there's a point in going in this further because we can't really remember exactly. Like the thing I can just emphasize is just being able to address immediate threats like this and calling it out, because that BP being up there kind of cut off you guys going up there to begin with. And I think if you and Silver went to deal with that BP on right side, after calling it out, it could have gone a lot smoother. We just had to see it at least. So I actually can't go too much in detail, but we have to see and call that out, or be more aware of that, and not tunnel vision into something, not tunnel vision into things too hard in general. Actually, I have to go soon. Hang on.
Oh.
Soccer winning that fight is kind of crazy. fight on the hammer. We don't push after this way too early of a whale. I think you have to be aware of when your teammates were back, Sakura. This whale doesn't really do that much. Like this might be where the callouts to like not stagger stall could be helpful. Because I'm not sure those whales would have been popped if we were more aware, like, to stall here. Just a minor whiff. It was actually a good idea. I think you just slightly whiffed there. The thing is, the rain was isolated too, so that, like, maybe the only thing I can say is that you could have taken a better angle, but even then I'm not too sure. Hang on. You know, I think after you got chipped here, there was a bit more worth in, like, being more careful in this fight. But otherwise, I wouldn't say, like, the idea itself wasn't bad. I don't think the idea was bad. I think it just needed to be executed a little better. Like, maybe via aim, or maybe by trying to take a different angle against the rain after getting chipped. But I'll leave that up to you how you want to take those kinds of fights in the future. I know the white bird sharking behind us to begin with, okay. Silver dice too? Ooh, we were already chipped. Okay. Because the only thing I can say is we probably could have reacted a little faster to us getting chipped, or the torpedo in general, to play a bit safer there. Because, like, especially, like, noticing, maybe even noticing the fizzy bomb right here and trying to reposition towards bottom right or elsewhere. I think we just had to notice a bit faster how much danger we were in. Because moving forward here is what I don't understand. that's it. Like even if you guys pick up rain here, it's already yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Like there were parts of that game where it was just like going back to bad habits, and also either there not being too much communication or just straight up not noticing things that should be important. I might wanna look at that again later, but
Mhm.
yeah. That's it for now.
Yeah, I can send you the link to the VOD too, so you
Got
can
it.
look at the callouts.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'll look at that. Thank you. Alrighty. I'll see you I think tomorrow then.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching.